evening,
and welcome to another Melcat Gin Review. And tonight we're going to the Hawke's Bay for Hastings Distillers East Block 200 Gin.
So East Block 200 Gin is Biogro Certified Organic, and it's the only New Zealand gin to have that certification. That certification covers how the alcohol was produced, all the botanicals, the packaging, the printing, the bottling is all organic. It has 10 botanicals, 9 of which come from the Hawke's Bay region, which means that they've also kept their carbon footprint quite low. The alcohol production uses no animal products, so it's vegan, which is great.
Yeah, so you may not know, but there are a few gins produced in New Zealand that use whey alcohol. So that's alcohol that's produced from the whey byproduct from making milk.
It's described as citrus and juniper forward, and it also has angelica root and kaffir lime. So when they talk about citrus and it's the Hawke's Bay, my guess is going to be that it contains obviously lime, lemon and possibly orange, because Hawke's Bay is very into their organic gardens and has a very artisan community base. They're very much driven by the Rudolf Steiner philosophy, and if you've ever spent any time in the Hawke's Bay, you'll know that on the weekend they have a really great farmers market with really great artisan products and beautiful produce. And it's also incredibly well known for their wine, obviously.
Actually, really good red wines. This gin is described as a contemporary London dry. London dry means that all the botanicals and the flavour from those botanicals are in the distillation process. Nothing is added after distillation. They describe it as a contemporary London dry. I figure maybe that means they're using some non-traditional botanicals in there. That's all I can figure from that. They haven't given us any reasoning why. Now they use an Arnold Holstein still from Germany. A lot of good stills come out of Germany, and the Arnold Holstein stills are custom built on order, so this has been built for these guys especially. I'm not aware of them naming their still like a lot of stillers seem to, but I'm sure they probably do, and maybe if they see this video they'll tell us what it's called.
If I had an Arnold Holstein still, I think I might want to call it something like the Terminator.
I'd be back.
Yeah, it could be Conan.
Could be. Let's have a bit of a sniff first. Getting traditional piney smell from the juniper. Getting quite a strong citrus smell. Now I'm getting oranges rather than lemons or limes. So it's quite a heavy, full-on nose there. Yeah, and that follows through when you taste it straight. Quite an oily texture to it, which again suggests oranges. You're getting all the oil, and perhaps that also suggests they're using fresh orange peel rather than dried, like some distillers do.
Actually, if you look at our gin and tonics, although I have used a little bit of lime in there, it is quite cloudy, which would suggest that yes, it's definitely got some
the citrus oils,
citrus zest in there, because you get a lot of oil from the skin.
Yep, sure do.
It's quite dry, isn't it? It's good though, I like that. Yeah.
So that's what it tastes like with our G&T.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's quite pleasant. Again, strong flavours of citrus. It's not overpowering, but it is the basis of the flavour profile for that. It's quite an uncomplicated gin. What you smell is what you get. Nothing really complex. If you like your contemporary, floral, botanical forward gins, you might find this a little bit disappointing, but it's very pleasant, very good as your standard G&T. I
like the fact that it is simple and uncomplicated, but it's done really well, and the fact that it's organic, because quite often, sometimes when people say something is organic, you feel like you're missing something. To me, you're not missing something out of this. It's very clean and simple. It's done well. These two distillers Kate Galloway and David Remontu, I think his name is. They are both winemakers by
education. They've been trained as winemakers.
Yeah, they know what they're doing in terms of build in this. There's nothing, to me, there's nothing in here that's too heavy. It's simple, it's clean, it's done well. I am looking forward to trying their, I think it's called Albertine. So they do another gin called Albertine, and I think it might have about 30 botanicals, which is quite a few. I mean, obviously you have Monkey 47, but Monkey 47 has 47 botanicals, crazy botanicals. It will be a nice one to try. I did notice on their website they also have another one that's called Blossom or Spring Blossom Gin, which again I'd like to try that, because the Citadel, if you've ever tried it, the Citadel Cherry Blossom Gin
just to die for.
Is beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of our favourites.
Yeah, but we like the Citadel Standard Gin. We bought it as a cheap gin when we were in Rarotonga, just for quaffing.
But it's really good.
It's really good, yeah. But
not that cheap.
No. Oh, is it not? Oh, I guess it's about 60. I think it's about 65.
About standard for a gin.
Well, this is 75.
Yeah.
It's only 40% ABV, and it's only 700 ml. So yes, it's kind of expensive, but it's organic.
Which kind of goes hand in hand with the organic label.
And it's small. It's small batch. You know, it's 150 litre still. So
yeah,
to a degree, it's small batch.
But what I really like about it, it uses all local products, and I think, you know, given everything that's happened this year, we should definitely be supporting local produce.
I'd like to see somebody grow juniper here, and I'd like to know why not. Why we're not growing? Is it climate?
Climate, I would have said, well,
arid, dry, all year round, or what?
I think I read somewhere that a lot of juniper is grown in Cyprus, so it's probably that hot, dry Mediterranean climate. So possibly not ideal conditions in New Zealand for growing juniper.
Which is funny, because it's conifer, and I mean we have plenty of conifers here. So my question out there to our audience of a few people, in a positive way, we love our fans, but my question to the fans is a random one that I said to Mel today was, as I put the lime in the drink, I quite like basil. I would like to try a gin with basil as the garnish. Does anybody have any recommendations on a gin that would go well with basil? With basil? Boom, boom.
Anyway, gin is the winners. Cheers.